January 13th, the tall oaks above the Alabama River swayed with the slow breath of winter, their branches whispering stories older than the state itself, long before any courthouse or capitol rose from this soil. Creek villages stood along the riverbanks, their fires sending sparks into the cold dawn. Hunters returned with deer and fish. Children gathered near the council houses where elders spoke of seasons and spirits, and songs carried across the dark waters. The Choctaw followed the Tombigbee southward, their canoes slicing through fog, trading pottery pelts and stories that mapped the land long before lines were drawn. Then came the French, building small outposts along the bay, their priests blessing the waters, their traders naming creeks for saints and kings. The British followed, drawing their borders and selling their promises. And when the American flag replaced theirs, it carried both hope and hunger. By 1817, the settlement at Huntsville grew from clearing to town, a courthouse of brick rising from red clay. Men came on horseback from distant farms to debate the shape of a constitution, how law might tame the wild, how order might hold a frontier. The pine woods rang with axes and argument, and in that same year Alabama took its first breath towards statehood, though much of the land still belonged to those who had never signed a treaty. 44 years later, January 13th, 1861, the same land trembled again. The streets of Montgomery filled with voices and torches, the air thick with speeches and uncertainty. Secession loomed like thunderclouds over the river in the Capitol. Men signed their names beneath the declaration that would send Alabama into war. Each pen stroke a spark against the powder of history. Bells rang, crowds shouted, and somewhere beyond the noise, enslaved men and women carried firewood to the homes of those who claimed freedom for themselves, but denied it to others. Their songs rose at twilight, soft but unbroken. The true pulse of the land. 100 years later, in January of 1962, that same state turned its face to the stars in Huntsville. The University of Alabama opened its first graduate engineering program, classrooms alive with ideas that would soon ignite rockets and reshape the sky. The hum of machines replaced the drum of marching booths. Scientists and dreamers walked through doors their parents could never have imagined, and the name Alabama began to mean more than rebellion. It began to mean expiration. By 1991, Montgomery's Civil Rights Memorial stood gleaming under soft rain. Names of the fallen curved across its dark stone, water flowing over them like a prayer that would not stop. Visitors leaned close, tracing the letters with trembling fingers. The same city that once shouted for secession now whispered of peace. The same ground that had seen chains and marches now bearing the weight of memory and grace. Then came 2020, when the sky turned black again, this time with storms. Tornadoes tore through the wiry grass, wind shredding homes and schools, scattering dreams across the mud. But as always, Alabama woke before sunrise. Neighbors with saws and lanterns climbed through wreckage to pull others free. Kitchens reopened to feed the weary, churches filled with blankets and prayer. The old rhythm returned, not of war or politics, 13th holds it all. The quiet of the ancient fires, the shouting of crowds, the hum of rockets, the silence after storms. It remembers the hands that built, the hands that destroyed, the hands that lifted again. From the first canoe on the Tombigbee to the satellites circling far above, Alabama's story is one of motion, falling, rising, reaching. Every century brings a new trial, and every dawn brings a new chance to rebuild. The river still runs beneath the oaks, carrying echoes of the past, and the land still waits for the next verse of its long